Water. Ooh, I need water. The excessive amounts of not water in this vicinity is painful. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Look, it's a mirage. I mean an oasis. Oh. Oh my god. Could you be the horse of water?
I am the horse of water.
Ooh, I need nourishment.
We don't supply nourishment, just water.
Ooh, I need water.
We don't supply water, just H2O.
I'm thirsty, god dang it!
Okay, geez, calm down.
Oh my god, thank you, you're a lifesaver. Okay, that's too much! Wow, how can I ever repay you?
I don't know, man, like donate to charity or something.
Will do, horse of water.
Remember, being good is like good or whatever.
This video was sponsored by,
Like charities or something, man.
Hello everybody, welcome once again to the Brony Show. We are at episode 337. I am your host, as always, here to bring you the fun and silliness of the Brony community for this week. I am Circuit Main, and we have a large panel here. Of course, they're here for multiple reasons, but let's go ahead and get their introductions out nice right quick. Going down the line with our friend from everywhere. From Winchester to Equestrian Flagstop to all around streaming, we have Crazy Matt Captain.
I try to not break everything in the background for, like, charities or something.
Sweet. And we also have...
Great starting video we had there.
I know, I love it. And we also have Deathlight Productions.
Heyo.
Hey.
As usual.
And we have also joining us, a long time coming, and it's been such quite some time, we have Dale Grist.
I am the world's best ghoster.
And,
also, long time no see.
And we also have our favorite Canadian trucker, who might not be in Canada, but is still Canadian. We have Short Circuit.
Stand for, good buddy.
And
actually, I'm still crossing Aquatics Quebec, so.
Well, there you go then.
That was words.
And we also have joining us, Textalion.
Yo.
We also have the resident annoyance, Toakoi.
I'm only annoying because I reflect too much of your personality.
No, you keep interrupting my personality.
I haven't interrupted you yet.
Touche. And we also have joining us from the Otaku Ascended, Suki.
Yeah.
Of course, we're pouring out a few extra drinks for tonight because we're going to go ahead and start off, not even with the, what's up, Brony? We're going to just jump right into the topic du jour, which is unfortunately a big one. So we're going to go ahead and just rip that Band-Aid right off. It has officially been confirmed that Season 9 is going to be the last MLP episode. Season 9 is going to be the last season of My Little Pony on television. So, that's it, everybody. After Season 9, it's going to be all over. All our calendars are going to disappear. All the fan art's going to be gone. All of our movies. All of my wonderful trinkets. My shelving! Ah! Why the shelving? Oh, my pillows! Oh, the pillow! I got so many toys!
For those that do not understand, this is what most of the fandom thought would happen.
For some reason, I'm gonna end up with a horrible time.
What, that Circuit would freak out?
Now he's in the fandom.
Who marries a Maurice?
You think he knows that we're just fucking with him at this point?
So
Yeah,
yeah, we're dealing with the fact that
Breathe, take some shots, breathe again.
so yes, unfortunately it has become down to this. Season 9 is officially going to be the last season. Now, in all honesty, I just wanted to do the freak out because
We don't need to call a medic, we just need to contact Blanked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have the easy route. We just go,
No.
hey, Blake, I think Second knocked himself out. Yeah, I had him making a bunch of noise. I already called the ambulance.
don't call Blanked. He'll just hit me. Anyway,
Tarantino?
wow, that sounds like a.
So we should call Blanked.
All right.
Yeah, we
Anyway,
should.
I'm gonna go ahead and, like I said, I'm ripping off the bandage here. Season 9 is the last season. However, I do want to point out a lot of obvious facts here. Now, this isn't the end of My Little Pony altogether. Not even close.
Not even Gen 4, technically. We still have another movie after this.
Oh no,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, yeah. So just to lay it all out on the table here, Gen 4, we still got the whole season coming up. We have a movie that has been announced. At the moment, though, it's still actually kind of under scrutiny. It's a standalone movie, but they don't know which generation it's going to be under. But another movie has been announced. We still have Equestria Girls specials. They have announced that My Little Pony will still continue on with other specials and little snippets, side things like the little YouTube shorts we have been getting of My Little Pony. And the fact is that even if all of that wasn't happening, we have a community of bronies that has been through hell and high water for almost 10 years. 10 years of artistry, music, videos, video games, commentary, animations. You can name it, there's pony of it. We made an internet rule. The simple matter of the fact is, My Little Pony is not going to end. Hopefully Generation 5 will continue on in Generation 4's footsteps. The fandom itself is not going anywhere. Hence the joke of the freak out. That was actually a joke.
I know.
I honest to God, I understand that people are worried about what is going to happen. Things are going to change. There's no question about that. But the fact is that nothing is going away.
Just look at the Trekkies.
Look at the
Yeah, but
Trekkies. Look at the
Star Trek,
Whovians.
Look at Firefly, Jesus.
Yeah.
There's a Firefly Jesus?
Basically.
Yeah, it's called Mal.
Also, with all that stuff, we can't forget that hopefully the comics are going to keep on going. Man, I'm itching for part 5 of the Nightmare Nights.
Oh yeah, the comics! The comics!
Yeah.
Big thing. The comics are still going too. The comics are still going on. We got books that are still being written. There's lots of stuff that's coming out. So, I know a lot of people are horribly bummed. Though, granted, most people knew about this a few days ago. They've had time to digest it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But the fan
A lot of
will
people that have
never
been watching
stop.
rumors probably had idea a while back that this would happen too.
So,
You also have to look at one other thing.
what's that?
When they said that season 5 was the last season, did you guys remember how much extra fan content came out because of that?
Yep.
Heck, if anything, look at the fact. I mean, nobody even knew that we were going to get a season 2. I was there at the middle of season 1. We didn't know there was going to be a 2. We thought the end was at 3. We were surprised when we got a 4th, and now we're at 9. We got to 9.
Season 3's finale definitely felt like hey, the show might be ending. We're not quite sure yet, but here, have this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of episode.
To quote myself in the past, honestly, there are so many stories in Friendship is Magic. We could keep going, but our main focus, they basically found at least the niche of what their story is, or could be in the background of, and we could pass it to like the Young Six or other characters that are young and could explore differently that haven't settled down. But the fact is, even if the fandom, air quotes here, dies, how many stories have we made? How many games?
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna put a complete moratorium on the fandom dying. Honestly, I am getting sick and tired of that term.
I know. Hence why I said
You and me both.
Don't.
Yeah.
Let me just point this out. If the Star Trek fandom, if the Sonic fandom, if the countless other fandoms haven't died yet, I don't know what makes people think that after the show ends, it's just gonna fade off.
Hey, something else to remember. The Big Lebowski, one movie had a convention about itself.
Yeah, and it was funny
No,
too because
I
actor
think somebody
gone,
mentioned
and
Firefly
people
earlier.
thought he was just somebody playing him, which is funny.
Actually, it's hilarious.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, you could have done it better. It's like, you know, I'm the actual actor, right? And they're like, yeah, bullshit.
So, at the very least, we know the fandom won't be as prominent.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I wouldn't even say that. It's probably still going to be around pretty strong.
Oh no, it's
yeah.
still gonna be very strong. I mean, we're not as crazy as we were in our heyday, but I think we've got tempered down to the point that what we're gonna see the fandom continuing to be. There's always gonna be more animations. There's gonna be always more music. I've been trying to keep up with all the stuff that comes out every single week, and I'm still behind. And I will.
To catch up on stuff. My YouTube videos are so limited.
So I'm gonna let everybody have a chance to voice their thoughts on this, but just to put down our stance on this, at least in regards to the Brony Show proper. The fandom is not ending. The show might be going away, but there's still plenty of content that the show creators are still going to do, and there's even more content the fandom is going to do. Even now, we've had more things being introduced, such as Apogee, which has gone off in crazy shenanigans there. We've also have huge roots in other fandom created stuff, such as we have Fallout. Yes, Fallout Equestria. There's a lot of fanfic stories that people remember, and there's more that are going to come out. There's going to be another Nyx at some point. There's going to be another Fallout, though hopefully not exactly Fallout. Maybe go something else.
Less wordy and better worded.
If there's another background pony, I want to read it.
And even better, and just to put a silver lining on all of this, because the show is ending, it also opens up the avenue for content creators to take over and do other things. They could actually make a story about what happens 30 years in the future, and it could actually be considered a fandom canon at that point. They could talk about maybe 500 years in the past, something that has never been covered. And that could also be considered a fandom canon. We can literally create whole stories about this entire ponyverse. So the same as with Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, the three big ones. There's been many stories crafted. You ever look at the extended universe, your head will spin at what's been considered canon and what's considered part of its own universe now. And we have the same opportunity now with ponies. Granted, that's going to require one thing from everybody in the fandom: continued contribution. Just being part of the fandom, just maybe working on our little here and there, maybe writing up a story, maybe just talking with friends. The fandom lives and dies off of its own fan base and its own contributions to that fandom. As long as our fandom continues to make content, it honestly cannot die. And I don't see it ever stopping. But it doesn't mean that we can't make it bigger, better, and give it new ideas and new inspirations and new thoughts. Sonic, I'm not gonna jump into those because DC and Marvel kind of recycle those things to death. And in all honesty, I'm glad it's ending at season 9. I mean, season 9 is a far cry from anything that we would have ever expected, but it also means that we're ending on a good note. We're not dragging it into.
We're not going the Simpsons route.
We're not going the Simpsons or the Family Guy route where we hear like it's just people know that it's out there but they don't even watch it anymore and nobody knows why it's still on the air but it's still there. We're ending on a good note. We have a lot of seasons, a lot more than most shows ever wish it could have, and it's still good content. And we're ending it.
Every series of Star Trek.
We're actually ending it on everything is ending on their own volition. It's not just like, oh, okay, no, you're not getting enough ratings, we're canceling now. It's like, okay, we got one more season, let's pack it all in, give it the best we got, one more season to go, and that is it. That's a wonderful thing. We can wrap it all up. So,
And
BroNYCon.
here's the funny thing. Here's the extremely funny thing. It outlived its original broadcast channel.
well, yeah, but nobody ever saw that channel lasting too long anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what I mean.
But
It's
we
only-
will always remember the hub, though. Remember the hub! Ow.
Yep.
The hub of the hub.
But in any case,
Remember Dak.
now, as I mentioned, I want to give everybody a chance to stand on their soapbox here. Towa's going to have a smaller soapbox because he kept trying to step up on mine. So we're going to go ahead and just go down the list here. Coldust.
Oh, hi.
All right.
Hey.
So, what are your thoughts of the ending of My Little Pony on after season 9, and your thoughts to give out to the people?
There are 9 fucking seasons to rewatch, people. Or will be. There'll be 9 fucking seasons to rewatch. I can't remember any of the middle seasons exactly clear. And there's so many little details in there. Seriously, guys, fucking rewatch the episodes. It's not that bad. Also, we got like a bazillion fucking comics to read. Like, okay, let's be real, guys. How many of you are actually fucking caught up with the comics?
Fair point.
Or with the show, for that matter. I'm
yeah.
behind right now.
Yeah, there you fucking go.
All right. Okay. Crazy Matt Captain.
There's 9 seasons, a whole bunch of movies. It's insane, and yes, go rewatch the things, and if you're crazy like Cole and I, watch them frame by frame, because there are lots of little things you miss.
It's so true.
And it's so much fun just trying to see, okay, what Foley sound were they trying to do? And did it match up?
Admittedly, we're a little bit obsessive.
We're a bit more on the crazy side of these things, but yes, there's just so much, and there's so much potential for the fandom. It's not going anywhere.
Give a deep dive, guys. You know you want a deep dive.
All right. Deathlight.
I don't know who Deal is. I mean,
You'll deal with that mistake.
exactly.
Hi-yo.
So, yeah, like they said, 9 episodes. You got to think about this too. 200 episodes of My Little Pony. 10 years. Whoever thought that coming at all? And unlike most people, I was never into the show at all. I looked at the community like, these are a bunch of really cool people. I wonder why they got such a bad rep. So I gone and dug around. I could not find the reason anywhere except for a few outliers.
Which,
But-
yeah.
Yeah, always are. And so, and if you looked around on Twitter, the narrators, like a big group of the narrators, we actually got together like, so, My Little Pony, the show is ending. Why does everybody think we're gonna stop? We don't have any reason to stop. There's still a ton of stories out there we can read and build on. And yeah, it's like, just because the show stops, there's no reason why the community will cease to exist. In fact, most of the time when the show stops, the community around it gets even bigger. Like more animations, more songs, more arts, more narrations, more stories like that just come out. So just to fill the gap because the show's not there anymore.
All right. And now we'll move on to Digrist.
I just got to think about, what all of this show has meant for a lot of us, whether you've been here for a decade or you're brand new to it. Like, you find something unique in this group of people. It's not the show. It is, but it isn't. That that has brought us together and kept us together. And there are those that come and go, and your interests come and go. But I mean, I think about I found this little slice of the internet when I first started going to college, and through it, I've gone to conventions, I've met new people, I've made some of the best friends in my life, and I even met my wife through a channel that was doing art. Just, you wouldn't imagine where something could take you. And I don't think that influence stops just because the core material stops, whether they make a Gen 5 or not. What's important is what you take out of it and what you choose to do with it. I mean, yeah, it's 9 seasons worth of content, and then everything else surrounding that. We can keep this going a long time till, you know, no one remembers it anymore. And that's probably going to be, well, I don't know, the internet's probably here to stay. Who knows how long this could last.
We'll go with the heat death of the universe.
Heat death of the universe. Just keep introducing people to it. I mean, people didn't used to watch Star Wars because they didn't have material for decades, and yet they more than had their fair share of fandom when they restarted. So I don't know, I'm just happy to be experiencing it.
All right, and we'll go to Short Circuit.
Yeah, no, this is a really special thing. I mean, we got 9, like everybody said, we got 9 seasons. And the only thing that bothered me about that is I would have liked to see 10, but that's OCD stuff. But yeah, no,
Tell you what. We'll cobble all of the specials and the side things and make that the unofficial season 10.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. But I mean, no, we had 9 seasons. We had quite a big run. Somebody said decade there. Now you're remembering me. Now you're reminding me I was old because I started this series 5 years out of college. But yeah, no. We had quite a run on this. Not only that, but there's some more interesting things come up. So, as we were talking, as somebody mentioned it earlier, I am actually completely caught up on the comics, but we're going to have an interesting thing on that side if they keep going, because now they've got free reign. There's no longer any set things in the show they have to follow. If season 5 does take off and does turn out to be good, now we're going to have all of the content from that come around, plus all of the endless crossovers you'll have there. And a lot of this fandom here too affected a lot of people in ways that are never going to go away. I mean, I myself never really got into any online communities. I used to draw art and stuff in high school, but I never put it online or anything. Never got into any communities or stuff until, actually it's kind of interesting, until I watched the show, I'll make the shout out to the Otaku Ascended Let's Watches, and then ended up running into Circuit's Let's Play.
The horror.
This is actually
I'm
the
so
first
sorry.
internet community I ever got into.
May I just say the only
Well,
thing...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's your spiel. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, this is the first internet community that I got into actively, I should say. I used to lurk around a lot of different websites and stuff, but I've never really commented or anything until this. I never really got active in anything until the Terraria Let's Plays.
Well, real fast. Sorry.
Go ahead. No, I'm good.
All right. Well, before we continue on to the next person, I just realized I probably should have done this a while ago, but I put both chats up on stream now. So go ahead and also chat room, voice your thoughts, your opinions, let your voice be heard. Well, typed anyway, in our chat rooms to be recorded for as long as YouTube decides to let me put this up. But we'll I also got to remember to start putting up. Anyway, sorry, rambling. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, let your voices also be heard as well here. And let's go ahead and Tech Stallion. Let's move to you now.
Well, at least in my opinion, doesn't matter what G5 brings us. We will always love G4 and what it brought us. Same thing can pretty much be said for BroNYCon. I mean, we've had a good run at BroNYCon, right?
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah. Actually, I've never been to BroNYCon.
Oh God, Deal. Why did you have to bring that up?
Yeah.
Hold on. Sorry.
I don't know how many other small conventions are going to keep going.
I
There
think.
might be a few for a few years, but we have so much content already to work off of. And even if Hasbro doesn't answer some of the cliffhangers, like what happened to Scootaloo's parents or Applejack's parents, exactly why they died, we'll make up our own answers. Doesn't matter if Hasbro tells us. I mean, they should.
Right. But yeah, real fast on the whole convention circuit, we also got to remember that while unfortunately BroNYCon is entering its last year, a lot of the other conventions have no plans of shutting down and are still planning on the next few years. So yeah, the convention circuit is going to be getting smaller, but it doesn't mean that they're going to end at all. There's probably going to be those few outliers that will always be going. So there's always probably going to be a Brony convention. And I will always be there buying a good half of the merchandise store because I'm a complete merchandise whore. Moving that aside.
Fingers crossed for TrotCon. Keep on going.
I hope so too, but I'm going to be visiting it anyway, so that's my hope there.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, if you can't find Pony anywhere else, come to DragonCon. Everything has a presence there somewhere. You just gotta look.
There you go.
That should be mentioned. I mean, outside of Pony conventions, Pony has entered into just about every other convention I've been to. Mind you, that's not much, but
it's still there. Yeah, it's not like prominent, but it's still there. So there's always a way to find it.
Like you still find content for like obscure comics from the '60s. You're like, who thought to bring this here? But it's there, and you just do cosplay.
All right, keeping the train going here. Toakoi.
Honestly, I have never seen a fandom truly die, because I started with Star Wars whenever I was real young. Then I went to Bionicle. It's still not truly dead, because there's still people going, hey, what about this story? Oh, this would be a cool crossover with these characters. In the end, the only true way a fandom dies is whenever no one cares to look at the awesomeness.
Actually, I can name a dead fandom.
What?
Heathcliff.
I still like Heathcliff.
Well, it's dead.
It's dead. Heathcliff is dead. No, okay, moving on. Sorry, go ahead.
But here's something we all should remember. People have thought of this before. There's a fic out there called The Last Brony. I don't know if it's any good, but it says in the year, 2045, the last person who remembers MOP in old age, he sits there and just remembers the times he had. It's a sad fic from what I can tell, but it's something that we all have to deal with. Eventually, what we love will go and end. But as the old saying goes, for every end, there is a beginning.
All right, and Suki, you get the final step up.
I'm just trying to think if there's really anything that much more special about it. Anything I can say on this. I mean, just kind of interesting seeing it from almost the very beginning, kind of like Circuit here, where it went from pretty much. I mean, it went from. I remember seeing it basically go from just being pretty much a joke, if nothing else, then to when it finally started taking itself seriously, almost in a way, and it was well within even just that first season. Honestly, I'm pretty sure Circuit can agree with this. At the very beginning, I mean, even though we were saying that we genuinely liked the show, I don't think none of us were looking at this thinking that there was going to be any sort of actual community or anything like that. We were just I think we all thought it was going to be something where we were just going to, it was just to be something to be mentioned, and then it was just going to be another thing that just sort of passed on, the internet being how it is.
Yep.
So
It completely caught me off guard. I mean, I was just catching episodes because somebody suggested it to me. I started watching one, then another, started catching them when they were playing live, and snowball would definitely be a way to put it. A hell of a snowball effect.
Similar story here.
I'll admit I first caught onto it because I saw Derpy start to appear on E621.
I found it.
The first real thing that I did was when Widow was doing Form This Way, not Form This Way. Let's see, you didn't know the parody of Born This Way by Lady Gaga.
It's performed this way, and I'm guessing you're talking about the
first AMV I saw that was of MOP, and I was like, what? And this was back during the beginning of season 1, and when I was on the break.
Anyway, grabbing everybody back on track so Suki can keep on his soapbox here.
All right.
This is Suki's soapbox. We have a rope around it, a velvet rope. Respect the rope.
Well, I mean, the only soap you should get is soap on a rope. You got to be careful out there, folks.
Don't drop the soap.
Anyway.
You dropped the soap.
Anyway, so, I mean, it's definitely thinking about those early days kind of makes me remember that I really need to get my shit together and start doing stuff on YouTube again. But then again, back when we first started doing this stuff, I was basically just out of, let me see, was I even still in school at the time? No, I'm pretty sure I would have been just out.
You probably were out of school, I would say.
I'm trying to think, because it was 2010, right?
Yeah, 2010's.
Yeah.
2010.
October 10th,
So
2010.
yeah, it would have been just after I got out of college. So, I mean, I was working retail, not having to worry about a ton of stuff, and so it's just one of those things where I don't know. It's like it was, and honestly, I didn't even really think about the whole thing being serious. And like, I mean, we made a couple of videos and stuff like that, but nothing really big, nothing really to that. And then we sat down in front of a camera for an hour and talked about watching the first 15 episodes.
Oh, those were fun times.
Yeah, they're still fun times.
And I still remember because we posted the video, all the jokes of the mistakes that I made, including, oh God, the one obvious one, which definitely taught me to remember to try and which taught me to remember that if you're not sure of something, don't fucking say it.
Unless you're like me without a filter, like, whatever, it's too late now.
Yeah. Well, you see, it was because I decided to try and remember voice roles and got one very wrong.
Okay, was it Applejack or Rarity?
No, I was trying to think of prior roles before the show. And I basically thought Tara Strong did a voice that was definitely not hers.
Oops.
And people definitely let me know that. That was one of the first times I learned how to use the annotation system on YouTube.
Too bad the annotation system is now dead.
Yeah, but it was. I mean, it was just one of those things where post the video and not thinking anything of it. Didn't even, because at that time, if I posted a video, I didn't even really look at YouTube after that point. I just sort of let it go, because honestly, we'd have a video up and after like a week and a half, maybe there'd be like 30 views on a video or something like that. I remember posting that video, and the next day I realized the email that we had it set up on was I was actually getting notices that there were comments and stuff. I was like, oh, cool. And then that's when I first noticed that within 24 hours we had like 300, 500 views.
And remember, this is back in 2010, people.
When
That
horse
was
bump
a lot.
horse bumps were real then.
Yeah.
So that definitely caught us completely off guard. It was just like, holy crap, there's a tension here. And then I think it was like literally the day before we shot that video is when I got introduced to Equestria Daily. And so suddenly the next day I looked there, there's our video up there. I'm like, okay, well that's kind of cool. And eventually it just turned into this whole thing where we had some ideas. We stuck with some of them. Unfortunately we've had ideas since then that just haven't worked out because we can't seem to get our shit together.
I know the feeling.
And
Oh,
moving
yeah,
out soon,
lost.
and-
Yeah. Go ahead. I was gonna say you just lost a free time. I deal with the same thing.
All right. Okay, Suki, any last thoughts here before we go ahead?
Yeah, I should probably cut that off. Cut it off here just because they could definitely keep going on quite a few things and all that. But yeah, it was. Man, it's just one of those weird things where you just didn't really even think about where these things would be. So.
All right. Well, now that we've gotten that off of our chest, well, let's go ahead and I'm gonna end the show. Good night, everybody.
Night!
Listen, you.
Okay, let's stop that before I get on a YouTube copyright.
Oh,
Okay.
you actually have the NEP.
I had a playing. I wish I could share audio again. That was so awesome back in the day.
Well, technically we could if we had a private group, but
Well, yeah. Actually, we still might. Moving on. Let's move on here.
Skype, though, but, yeah.
Well, we're gonna head and move on here. So normally we would start do the next step of What's Up Brony here. Unfortunately, we kind of dug in real deep with the ending of season 9. We got a lot deeper than expected, but it was all good stuff. So real quickly, does anybody have any quick What's Up Brony? And I mean really quick, really awesome,
Nope.
really important.
Nope.
Okay, moving on.
I have Teddy Grams.
You know what? That is
Oh,
important.
Very good.
Teddygrams are important. I will allow the Teddygrams. But we're going to go ahead and
They're
move.
very good.
I will say quickly. I think Nightmare Nights is one of my favorite comic arcs they've ever put out so far. You guys should read it. Everybody should.
Oh, it is
I
good
agree with
stuff.
that. Moving on.
But yeah, it is good stuff. But yes, we are going to move on to show news because we have a big announcement here. Really big. This was actually just approved yesterday. So, HaCon, Horses at Home online convention, will be starting on Saturday, March the 2nd. And we have a panel.
Sweet.
The Brony Show actually has a panel, and we are doing this in collaboration with our friends at the Equestrian Flag Stop and Winchester Wednesdays.
Ooh.
Yep. So our big thing here is we're gonna do. Some of you have caught what we do in the Coffee House After Party with a special video that CMC usually plays called the Analysts or the Panelists. The Panelists.
You're thinking of the name that you're having for the panel.
No, I'm not. But yeah, called the Panelists. Essentially, the whole idea is you have a group of people, a couple of people on each side, and they are given a scenario where they basically both of the decisions suck, kind of, but they have to pick one of the two situations. And they have to make the most of it and play it up like they got the better of the deal. The one that the one idea I threw out there to try to explain it a little bit better in Brony terms was you're given a plushie of your favorite MLP character. However, you either get a plushie that has a spaghetti mane and freakishly long legs that just don't look quite right. Or you get the one with the like the cardboard felt mane and the nose is weirdly misshapen. It kind of looks like it kind of looks like a Phineas nose, like from Phineas and Ferb, more than an actual pony nose. And somebody would decide which one they would want. The other one would get the other by default, and they would have to debate who got the better deal and why. Essentially, they can go as crazy as they want with this, usually ultimately leading to world domination of some sort.
Yeah, that's the normal theme. But
Did I pretty much cover it pretty well, CMC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So yes,
And
what.
time is this panel? gonna be?
All will be defeated by the truck stop
1
Applejack.
Eastern, I believe.
It is 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yep.
So I will definitely be in attendance for that.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
So yes.
Also, as of this moment, I have sent Second at least 5 different prompts. He can do the either-or stuff, but the only reason I can is because CMC, Cole, and Winchester are part of the panel, and they can't know what it is.
Well, that's pretty much a big part there. Yeah, we are taking suggestions for prompts, but we want you to, if you want to suggest anything, email it to me directly, BroNYShow@gmail.com, or IM it to me over Discord directly. Do not post it in the groups. The whole idea is we want to throw these situations out there so they have to think about it immediately. There's a lot of ad-libbing and a lot of off-the-cuff stuff here.
Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah, if they had time to think about it, yeah, they can actually make a valid argument, and they're kind of soak up the fun.
Mm-hmm. An easy one.
No. We're not gonna do anything there. We're not gonna even if it's an easy one, it's something we may still want to use it. So that's it. Pretty much it. We're gonna be at HawkCon. We have a panel officially at HawkCon, so be sure to check it out. We will be streaming on our own site, so you don't have to worry about going anywhere special to watch it. It's still going to be on our Twitch and our YouTube feeds. Mm-hmm. But be sure to check it out. It will be 1 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, March the 2nd. While you're there, stay for the whole convention. There's a lot of different panels. We don't have a list of them yet, but last year was really good. They're also being sponsored by Lunar Shine. It's a great online store. A lot of plushies, a lot of merch. Buy some stuff there while you're at it. And it's all online. So if you can't get to a Brony convention at all this year, or you just want to be able to say you went to more than one convention, there's your opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm betting that after the end of our stream, we will be sending you direct to whatever panel is next.
Well, I don't know about direct, but we will definitely suggest going to the website and checking out the other panels.
The only thing is, I'm probably working Saturday, so I won't be there to help filter questions like I planned to help.
Even better, we won't have to deal with Toa the whole time. No, I'm kidding, but I will probably be needing... I probably will have somebody jumping in to help fill the Toa spot and help me monitor the chats and help out with little things here and there.
Guys, I may be an annoyance, but I'm a helpful annoyance.
That's a questionable thing there. But in any case, HawkCon. So be sure to check it out. We will announce this again next week as well because we still have another week. Let's move on. We do want to move on here. We do got quite a bit of news, and most everybody wants to get to the merch. So because of Toy Fair. So Equestria Girls.
Is the news.
Yeah. So we're getting to the rest of the stuff. Equestria Girls is doing a spring break special on March 30th. It's spring break. Looks like Equestrian magic might be on the loose once again. And actually, it has something to do with the Storm King, oddly enough. And along with that, this is where a trip to Ponyville also comes into play, which might be when we finally see Twilight Sparkle, Sci-Twi, actually become Pony. So, March 30th. Be sure to be ready for that. It's a full-on special, so 45 minutes. No 3-minute YouTube here. Next. Sorry.
So basically, one last hurrah from Equestria Girls.
Oh no, they got more. They got more stuff coming down. This is.
They haven't made any announcements about that yet.
They haven't made a whole lot of announcements, but they still are. They said that they are still planning a lot of Equestria Girls stuff. So I don't think they're done with that by a long shot.
Yeah, no, I don't think.
Moving on. Derpy Hooves actually got a special shout out in the My Little Pony Pocket Ponies mobile game. Actually, yeah. And here's the funny thing. Now they had the Derpy character there. Of course, they didn't give her an official name. They probably called her Muffins or had a muffin insignia or something. I don't know. I haven't had a chance to play the game. It's not on Android yet, I think. But here's the fun part. Now, what they did to give the special shout out, Derpy has a few stages with changelings that you must fight. The changelings spell out D-E-R-P-Y-H-O, another O, V, E, and S. So they spell out Derpy Hooves with the stage. And in all honesty, I love this. This is the kind of stuff I could get behind easily.
Also, that's kind of a difficult puzzle just to go through all that as well.
I'll take your word for it. Again, haven't played it.
Neither have I, but you know what I mean. It's at least a challenging puzzle that doesn't have all the same stuff over and over again.
Alright. Moving on. Okay, so, TeePublic was running a sale. They're not anymore. I don't know why I even have this in here. We're not even going to look at the t-shirts. We don't have time. Moving on. Now, season 9 is coming, and with that will be the closure of the MLP TV series. However, it means that you must collect. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong link.
Collect it all, like
you must.
Pokemon.
That means that you must whip out the Bible, or in this case, the My Little Pony Essential Handbook, a magical guide for every pony, literally. Which includes, which is basically a big book with information from all 9 seasons, including the upcoming specials that are going to be coming up. That's right, specials. Apparently there's another My Little Pony special that is coming out as well. Called... Yep. But yeah, all of the information is going to be gathered into this wonderful book. How much will it be? Where is it going to be? Why is it only displayed in the UK? I wish I knew that part. But I will get this book. I will tell you about it. It's 208 pages. It's for 4 years and up. I'm not expecting a Bible, or at least a really big Bible. But it'll still be fun. Anyway, moving on. So, what in the world did I grab here anyway? Okay, I actually was hoping that if we ended going a little too fast here, no, there's something else. Actually, I am going to talk a little bit about this. Equestria Daily did also mention their thoughts on the ending of Season 9. And I just want to point it out here real fast. They basically are going to keep going essentially forever because even if Generation 5 sucks, the fandom is probably never going to die and they're going to keep posting content. So, yeah, Equestria Daily will always continue to be a source of information and wonderful good things for all pony lovers out there. Now, really fast, they have released a little bit of information about Season 9. Mostly, they are going to be doing something for the 200th episode. They are having guest stars, returning characters, new songs, no surprise. And also, they are doing a grand conclusion. They're going to conclude. Of course, what does that ultimately mean? I don't know. I'm not going to pry too much. We don't want to go into spoiler territory because we want people to enjoy it.
100 ponies in a room on an island.
We'll go with that. And really quick, Equestria Girls. Also, I put this in the show notes in case anybody wants to catch up. Though you may want to catch up on the MLP episodes before Season 9. You also may want to catch up on Equestria Girls because, let's face it, it's practically canon. But all of the movies, all of the specials, all of the sides, all of the YouTubes, all of the parts, all of the pieces, all of everything, every little bit of Equestria Girl that has been released is out. It's available. There are links. There are buy links. There are show links. There are picture links. There are video links. There are content links. There's more links in here than a freaking Legend of Zelda fanfic tour. I could have done better than that. I honestly could have. But I'm going to move on.
Basically, everything that we have up to date.
I've been scrolling this for the last 15 minutes, 15 seconds. It's still stopped. I haven't run out yet. It hasn't stopped. It's not stopping. There's a lot of I'm actually scared now. Why won't it stop? There's too much Equestria Girls content. Okay, no, now we're at the end.
Well, that's just.
Oh no,
Well,
wait.
too far into the future.
At the end.
But seriously, there's a lot of Equestria Girls stuff. If you really want to check it out, good luck.
It's a lot easier to remember that we have so much content because we had 2 shows running at the same time.
I'm just having fun with this. Let me have my fun. Why won't you let me
Oh,
have
you
fun?
are having the fun with this. I'm just making it clear.
Wow. Okay. And next, this is actually something I was going to throw out there if we ended up going rather quickly with stuff like that would ever happen here. So, Equestria Daily has posted an article: 10 more pony waifus for lonely bronies on Valentine's Day.
No.
So, yeah, we got the 10 lonely waifus here, and I've decided I'm going to go ahead and throw this over to Coldust. Coldust, I challenge you and your flag stop to actually bring this up and talk about them.
Sure, I guess. Yeah. What are we talking about? Ponies and waifus wise? I'm confused.
Well,
mean,
Equestria Daily
the
posted.
answer is-
Equestria Daily posted an article of 10 more pony waifus for lonely bronies on Valentine's Day, with a few follow-ups at the bottom.
Yeah, a few
I mean-
honorable mentions.
I mean, the answer is no answer, and then none of the rest of them are worth anything.
So I actually want to throw this to Coldust to see if he'll actually take this, run with it, and actually do a flag stop based on the waifu suggestions and their thoughts on them.
Fuck it, that sounds awesome. But first thought that I've got to clear out of the water right now is, AJ's mom, she's kind of taken. There's a whole episode about that.
That's probably why she's an honorable mention.
I mean,
But she
Okay,
does
that
have it
makes
going
sense.
on.
By the way.
there's other issues around the AJ's mom stuff.
Actually, I'm
You
more
got a friend that'll fight you for the Sphinx.
the AJ's mom. I can understand the honorable mention. It's the Phoenix that I wonder about the honorable mention. Is it the fact that it's basically a giant cat with wings that it wouldn't make a good waifu, or is there a reason?
I mean, she's also disappeared off the face of the earth. She? It's
No.
never actually defined.
It's a she.
Everything seems to point towards she.
It's a
Hold
she.
on,
Only because of the voice.
MLP Sphinx.
You know what? We're gonna go ahead and move on with that one, but
Sphinx.
But, admittedly, they weren't
I'll
specific
post
on
it to you,
it.
man.
The only voice we got was the narrator's voice.
yeah.
There you go.
All right. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into challenge of the week. Now, I'm jumping into this because you guys came, you saw, you challenged my world. I have not had so many challenge entries in a long time. And I am loving it. You guys are awesome. I love every single one of you. We've had return challengers. We've had constant challengers. We haven't had really any brand new unseen challengers, but we still got some challengers. So we're going to go with it.
Okay. According to the wiki, the Sphinx is female. Okay.
All right.
This was something I did
Yay!
not know. Cool. So still waifu material. I'm given. Let's be honest here. Does gender really limit the waifu limitations?
I'm going to leave that one up to, you know what? I'll leave that one up to you and your panel next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So,
Got it.
so the challenge of 2 weeks ago really was ponies and second guessing with the protest initiative challenge.
Oh right. What was the protest initiative challenge?
Ponies and ties.
Ponies and ties. That's right.
And we've had 5 submissions from 5 wonderful, awesome people. So we're going to have to go through.
Shit, that's awesome.
I know, I love it. And we're going to go ahead and start with probably the most hilarious one. I'm already giving this an award for most hilarious. Vaguely Creepy posted the combination of a tie challenge and second guessing challenge. Shining armor, looking over 3 ties with rarity and a pair of scissors. Now that we've established the formality of the event, tell me, is the proper tie now a starburst pattern, a solid color, or stripes? Answer carefully, Mr. Armor. Your wife's mane depends on it. It's a
You
vaguely.
should never let us men guess on what tie our wife
And
is like.
just
It's never
seeing
gonna work.
the look on Shining's face right there. One
Oh my
second
gosh,
here.
that's great. The stream just caught up on my end, so I could see the look on his face. That is 10 out of 10. That is a good expression.
Yeah,
Awesome.
10 out of 10.
Okay, a 10 out of 10. All right.
That's really good.
I love it. But we still got more to go on. And we're going to go ahead and go with an oldie. I'm not going to say goodie. Actually, no, wait. I stand corrected. We do have a new entry. We have new entries, too. We have everything. They have everything here. I'm sorry. I'm really excited. So, Tokoi.
You were tying the snow. Does that count?
Basically, I wanted to do the whole string of ties on ties on ties, but I decided since if we were going to do the challenge last week, I decided I'd just do this. Second, which suit do you want for the panel? The green one with the blue tie, or the brown one with the pink tie?
You mean the one that looks like I'm a used card salesman from the 1980s?
Yep.
Yes.
Honestly, I'd probably go with the used card salesman look just because it would be corny and stupid.
Okay, send it off to Sora. See if she can get it drawn up.
Nah, though I'm probably gonna have to hit her up on that later for obvious reasons. But let's.
I know.
But yeah, we have Toa introducing ties.
The toy ties. The ties for the toys.
Take them away, toys.
Take them away.
All right, boss.
No.
At least he hasn't brought in the hens with ties yet.
All right, and now we have Clouded. Clouded's the Snow Raider, who posted his creation that was actually done in Gmod with some of the figures that we still have up there, which honestly I really need to go back and have them get redone as models instead of props.
Also, you probably need someone who knows. I should probably talk to Clouded about trying to set up the bar in Gmod.
So let's see. It looks like the Payday group is about to go to Harvest and Trustee, while me, Daffy Duck, and it looks like Little Pip are about to head off to Ties R Us.
Little Pip, that little scoundrel.
And of course, at the bottom we also have Derpy, who is let's see. Apparently is angry because this demo thought he could help me, but he tied the TIE fighters together and downed nearly all of the drinks. Tell him it will take a while for the pickup to arrive.
Oof.
So apparently a TIE fighter got tied down because of a demo man. I am going to give Clouded I'm giving Clouded points for iteration. Because that is some iteration.
Thought of a TIE fighter.
But yeah, you got a little bit of everything. You got Payday, you got Daffy Duck, you got a TIE fighter, you got a drunk demo man. That's a nice little. That is a Gmod experience if there ever was one, and I love it.
It's nice to see the Gmod ponies again. I haven't seen them in ages.
Oh, it's been forever. It's actually really nice. In all honesty, it's a tie between Clouded for bringing the Gmod back to life and iteration, and vaguely for having a really awesome, hilarious art. But they're not the only ones left. We also have Deathlight Productions, who's been throwing art at us constantly. It's actually
I've been doing a lot of RPs.
He's been doing a lot of art and RPs, but it's actually been a lot of fun seeing how much he's been improving every single time.
The most recent strategy on the Wasteland. My character, nice song, can no longer wear her tie. She found it in the first session.
I can't believe that fits so stupidly well.
She found it in the very first session. She's like, this is mine now. And she did not take it off until she actually had to. There was no benefits at all to wearing the tie. In fact, it had negatives because I could get myself choked with the tie.
That's the sign of a true RPer right there. You may get in trouble, but you're still going to run with it anyway.
And she's a bard, too.
Well, like me and the pillows in the Ron RPG. Why do I have a pillow? Because I wanted them.
But you know what they say. What are like the three most classes that will take any RP off the rails? Bard, Rogue, and Monk. I'm
Re-
ranking a Bard.
Really, I thought a barbarian would do it.
Yeah, but they kind of go in the general direction you want them to most of the time.
Hmm.
But
It's a good point. All right,
it's like, roll! Ha! Guess what happens?
and guess what? We have one more entry, and it's from an entry we haven't heard in a while. Dr. Bristle.
Dun 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 dun.
Dr. Bristle brings second guessing ties with the two characters that are vectored in with thoughts. I don't know what to do, Dashy. If I choose to create ties with President Trump, I will be hated. However, if I choose to create ties with Hillary Clinton, I will be hated also. Sounds like a dilemma, and it's a catch-22 to me. It's best not to choose either person and not get involved in politics so much. It is dirty and uncivil. In all honesty, I'm not sure what to think of this. Technically,
Come on, you can do a better Rainbow Dash voice than that. Come on.
I could, but I think I'd kill my voice in the process.
I just do it too
Honestly, this
much.
is one of those rare bristles where he makes a damn good point, and we don't have to deal with ghosts.
Well,
Guys will make the greatest ties for me. They will be the best, the biggest ties.
well, he does make a point. In all honesty, it's kind of a questionable thing because many people don't want to get involved with politics, but it's kind of a necessary evil of the world too. So,
I'm still going to give him the merit for not even including an actual tie. I'm sorry.
But mine had a story behind it. I mean,
No,
what I've been
he's
doing is
talking
6-hour
about
RP
Bristol. He's talking
sessions.
Bristol, dude.
I,
He hasn't
Okay,
talked
I
to
did
you yet.
notice that yours did not include a tie, but I'm also giving you a demerit as well.
oh,
Demerits all around. And bonus
Right,
point for
demerit.
bonus ties.
Yay!
but yes, with that, we have 5 entries, and I'm really tied on this one. Because I do love Vaguely Creepy's entry. Vaguely Creepy has a wonderful, hilarious entry. It's really silly. It does kind of give you a question of what in the world is going to happen. But I really love Clouded Draconic Quiz as well because he brought back Gmod, which has been gone for so long, and it's so nice to see it come up here. We got to see the models that are still out there in again, and just the combination of random silliness. I mean, the only problem I really have is the text boxes. They probably could have dealt with maybe a little bit of a black background or something so that the text would pop out a little bit and be easier to read. I actually had to lean it a bit to read Derpy there. And also, the only other problem is that this image is only on Discord, so eventually it is going to vanish into the thorough of history unless it gets saved.
Somebody save it.
Yeah.
It's easy. Click on it and save, everybody.
So yeah, you might want to check on the show notes and save it if you do want to save this image. It is good stuff. So I honestly can't decide between the two. They both have wonderful merits. They both are incredible. It's a tie between them for me. I can't break them apart. They both have touched
It's
me.
been nodded.
They both have touched me, and they are tied together as the victor. There's no second guessing that.
Me, on the other hand, I'm a sucker for expression, so yeah, Vaguely Creepy and the Shining Armor. Clouded. Wait, what?
Sorry, Clouded was the other option Circuit was talking about. If you're talking
The
about
Gmod.
Shining Expressing, yeah, that's PC.
Yeah, I'm talking about VC. Yeah, no. The Shining Armor, his expression on his face, that was fucking adorable, and also, I like a good exaggerated expression. That was a really good one. So, yeah, you get all of the points this week. You win. You are the ultimate winner of the protest initiative challenge. And remember, the points ultimately don't matter at all, but the demerits sure do.
They matter to me.
I think Shining's.
All right, and with that, we're going to go ahead and move on to next week's challenge. And yes, there will be next week's challenge. Next week's challenge for the Brony Show. Ponies in the next step. A bit of an ambiguous topic, I will admit, but one that I think would fit with everything that we did right at the beginning here. Sometimes ponies have to move on and go on to the next step of their lives. Maybe they're stepping further into something that they want, that they enjoy, and they're going to go deeper into the tunnel of their love. Maybe it's time to step away from something that they didn't enjoy as much anymore, and now it's time to move on. Or maybe they're taking the next step in life. They graduated from college. They're moving on to a job. They graduated from their job. They're moving on to a better job. They graduated from working, and then they're at retirement where they can actually enjoy their life again at 60 and 70.
All the time.
Whatever the challenge, whatever it is, whatever that next step is, the ponies have to be there to take it. So ponies and the next step.
And don't do what I did in the RP for the next step. Don't get involved in a mafia deal, screw it up, and get 2 slugs to the stomach. Oh yeah, get $300,000 and get 300,000 caps in debt. That's not a good next step.
No, it's not.
All right, Coal Dust.
And now for the Protest Initiative Challenge. This week is a challenging one. One that will challenge all of you more than the other challenge. Yes.
Corporate outreach.
I feel like
This
something's getting
week's
challenged.
This week's challenge is ponies and an abrasive stare.
So like a sanded stare?
Actually,
I'm being it now. Hang on.
actually, I can think of. I know the perfect image that would work well with too. Just that rainbow dash with the giant staring eyes.
See, when you first said that, I thought like of a staircase with really coarse sandpaper.
Whatever comes to your heart, draw it.
Yeah, Cole likes the double entendre without being a double entendre.
That's not double entendre.
No, I'm just being an idiot and taking it too literally. It's fine.
An abrasive stare. Take it however you like. I like interpretation.
All right, and with that,
Also, this totally wasn't because of a really weird video I saw to promote a product that was for scenic purposes in model railroading, where the guy just stares right into the camera and it freaks you out.
I think I know the kind of stare you're talking about.
Double entendre is one phrase that is open to 2 interpretations. It don't have to be dirty. It
Move.
usually is, but it don't have to be.
Moving on.
Toa, you see, this is why no one cares.
Moving on. Moving far along. Moving on and on and on and on and on. This is how on we're moving.